And now, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rimes.
All right. Thanks for joining us here. Consumer Quarterback Show, always serving you as your consumer advocate, making you more street smart here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. We appreciate everybody that calls the show and supports the program here, supporting the local economy by supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show and all of our expert contributors. We've got Steve Grossman in studio with us and Gary Beurmann as well, representing Del Air Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. We'll talk with them here coming up as well. We'll get into some of the stories around the trades as well. That's an interesting story that we talk about from time to time. 4-year universities versus trade schools, as well as some of their plans. They've got some great membership plans here in Tampa Bay as well. So plumbing, air conditioning, and electric, Del Air. Steve, welcome back. Give us a little teaser of what we're going to talk about today, my friend.
Oh, we're going to talk about, the interesting things going on right now. I mean, it's so hot outside.
Yeah, it is.
It is so hot outside, and things are busy, and we want to talk about maintenance plans, how to keep your system going. There are times when you don't expect it, and it's so hot outside, and your system just dies on you. We're gonna tell you how to prevent that.
Yeah, and how to hire a contractor, I think, is a big one too, Gary, because you probably hear a lot of these contractor stories like I do of some of the unscrupulous contractors out there, and so what to avoid, what to look for, right? Some of those things.
Absolutely. You want to make sure that you're hiring a licensed contractor, somebody that's embedded into the community, that's not going to go anywhere, somebody that stands behind their work. Yeah,
and there's also interesting stuff too. You look at the NFL now allowing these athletes, NCAA kind of sparring with the NFL. It says NFL training camp players returning to college football. How? Well, it's a legal war between the NCAA athletes and pursuing a 5th year of eligibility. So it'll be interesting to see how some of this plays out. But we'll get into that story and more here coming up on the show today. Before we do, a couple of hot listings here. We always like to feature our real estate properties live on air and maximize the exposure and the profit on the sale of your real estate. If you're looking to list a property, that's our specialty. We love to help you sell faster for more money with less headaches, residential, commercial, and, of course, vacant land as well. We help you win in your marketing and get more exposure and sell faster for more money. We've got a unique property here at 11101 Sumner Road in Wimauma, Florida. This one's in Hillsborough County, South Hillsborough, and you got an opportunity to own a farm here. This is a single-family home with your own functional farm, producing about $6,000 to $8,000 a month in revenue. And you've got 2 greenhouses. It's mostly fenced in, zoned AR, so you save money on your taxes there as well. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,620 square foot, and you got almost 5 acres of land at 11101 Sumner Road in Wimauma, Florida. 6374 Boatyard Drive in Hudson, another vacant land parcel that we have for sale. This is a great opportunity to build your dream home on your waterfront lot in Hudson, Florida. Great opportunity here. You got a double lot, 0.37 acres, 176 feet of brand new concrete seawall, and a boat ramp that was recently redone. And you're close to Warner Boyce Salt Springs State Park. You offer fishing, kayaking, miles of preserved natural beauty. Great opportunity to buy real estate. Only 45 minutes from Tampa International Airport with all of the new infrastructure there with the expressway and everything there on the 589. You can see all of our listings online at platinummvpteam.kw.com. And you can see all of our radio and TV show export contributors at consumerqb.com.
She ain't prejudice, he's just made in America.
Made in America. And we're getting a lot more onshoring coming back, too. That's what I like about what the Trump administration's done. We got a lot more manufacturing, a lot of made in America products coming back to the good old United States, manufacturing more here. That'll solidify our economy. It'll also make us stronger, worst case comes, think about war preparations, things like that. But shout out to the old school Toby Keith there with his Made in America. Support the local economy by supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, Steve, back in studio with us, Steve Grossman and Gary Beurmann, representing Del Air Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electrical. So let's talk about these membership plans, because I think that's the way to go. If you've got this unit in your home and it's a valuable part of your home, and it's you're in control of your heating and cooling, and your indoor air quality is another factor to think about. Tell us about that, Steve.
Well, what we do is we give you a maintenance plan. You become a member, and what that enables us to do is to make sure that there's no surprises. We come twice a year to make sure that everything is gung ho, and make sure it's gung ho. It's working well. Free trip. We come there. There's no charge, it's a great plan to have, Gary.
Yeah, absolutely. So the idea behind a maintenance plan is that you're able to be proactive in your AC, which is the largest appliance you have in your home.
Yeah.
On top of that, your plumbing system. If that fails, there's nothing that can stop water if you have a leak in your home. So being able to go in and check and make sure that your toilets and your faucets are not leaking, that they're working properly, that all your shutoff valves are exercised. So if you do have that emergency, you can shut them off. Again, being proactive. With your AC system, not having that emergency on a Saturday when it's 100 degrees outside or all of your family's there, trying to identify issues that are going to arise and get them taken care of ahead of time.
Yeah, and what do they expect? So are you going to do the filters? Are you going to clean the lines? What kind of expectations do we set there?
Yeah, so on every maintenance that we do, we clean your drain line, which is a huge pain point for people in Florida. So that gets cleaned out. We clean your coils on your outside unit. We go through every single component to make sure that it's within the tolerances that the manufacturer sets. We look through your air handler, make sure that everything's functioning properly. We would educate you on anything that might be of value to you to prolong the life of your AC system. And, just make sure that you're set up to not have an emergency failure.
Yeah, we had a situation where the other day my wife was putting my young one to bed, and she says, "Oh, the thermostat's reading 75 or set to 75, and it's 79 in the room." And so I just simply, all I did, I don't know a whole lot about this stuff. I'm fairly, kind of a hands-on type of guy. But I went up there, I just changed the air filter out, and luckily it brought it back down. I was surprised that something that simple can affect the output.
Absolutely. If your filter gets clogged up and is not cleaned regularly, it can starve the system. So you have no airflow going across those coils, which can make that unit freeze up. And now you're trying to blow air across a frozen coil, a block of ice.
And me being from the Northeast, from New York, you don't realize how important it is, these maintenance plans. In New York, you're only using your air conditioning system for maybe 4 or 5 months a year. But in Florida, it's every day.
Yeah, exactly.
It's every day.
Yeah, we only get like a handful of days a year that you can open the windows, let some of the cool air in, and kind of breeze it through. Fresh air coming in. We're talking with Del Air. That is your plumbing, AC, and electrical company here in Tampa Bay. We've got Steve Grossman in studio, Gary Beurmann as well. And you also look at lowering energy cost and energy efficient equipment as well. You have those. Do you guys also do? What do you think about these? Some of the technologies with those lights that you can put in your machine?
Yeah, so UV light technology has come a long way. It absolutely offers health benefits to your home. It kills viruses, molds, bacterias, anything that's in the airstream, and makes your home healthier. At the same time, it doesn't allow any of those type of things to grow inside the unit where they're set at, and again, prolongs the life of your AC system. And makes your home healthier.
Yeah, and hurricane season preparedness as well, Steve. What's your word on that?
Well, start now. Hurricane season is we're in it right now. Make sure you get everything checked out. You don't want to call us afterwards, and you want to be prepared for it.
Yeah, precautionary. So you have your checklist. A lot of the news channels will have a preparedness checklist online. I think the government websites will too, to make sure. One of the things we've talked about too with our insurance expert contributors is to make sure you have the right policies in place, because a lot of times people have a deductible that's too high that they can't afford, and then they have an event and it's like, wow, yeah, but you have to pay X amount of dollars before it kicks in. You also want to make sure you have copies of all of that. I've got a lot of extra water around. I've got my generators. I got gas, and I'm just prepared for that type of thing as well. What are some of the warning signs that you see of HVAC failing the systems?
So long run times is one thing. You have your condenser outside with just continuously running. That starts to show that maybe you might be having issues. You might have a leak in your coil where it's causing the system to not get the full cool air going into the system, and you have your drain line. If you don't see your water dripping outside in the middle of the summer, you should be seeing a steady stream of water pouring out of that drain line.
Yeah, it needs to be able to, drain. Otherwise, it's going to pile up. I had a situation where within 2 months of each other, my mom had the same issue and my brother, where they both had the leaks, and it came from the top too, because they had a 2-story home. So of course the ceiling got affected, and you had that overflow. A lot of those systems now will have that check valve, right?
Yeah.
And those things can also malfunction, right?
They can fail, sure.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that we do in our maintenance is we check those safety devices to make sure they're still working.
Yeah.
It's called a float switch. The float switch is there. Yep. It's designed to, if your drain line backs up, it goes into the secondary port and stops the system from running. So if you ever find that, you come home and you look at your thermostat and it's blank, a lot of times that's the drain line's backed up.
Yeah, that's important. All right, we also have Amendment 3 on the ballot. So Amendment 3 is a big deal, man. It's such a big deal right now. You got to vote yes on 3. What that's going to do, it's going to reduce our the amount we pay the government. I mean, how many chances do we have in our lifetime to vote ourselves a pay increase? So vote yes on 3. So it's on the ballot now. They changed the language on it, but basically the first year it's going to jump to $150,000 in 2027. So it's going to triple from $50,000. Currently, your homestead exemption is $50,000, and then in 2028 it'll jump to $250,000. And then I also interviewed Byron Donalds last week, and I asked him about that specifically. And he said that's just where they're starting. He said once we get that done, we're going to go for more relief for the taxpayers. So that's just a starting point. Now, the other thing that people don't realize is on non-homesteaded assessment cap from 10%. It's going to reduce that non-homesteaded assessment cap. So think about your restaurants, maybe you're a tenant and your landlord owns the building, a commercial building. It's going to help them out too. It's going to reduce the cap, the annual cap, from 10% to 5%. So it's going to cut that in half. And then what I also like is that it's also putting a harness, for say, on these local municipalities that are spending this money like drunken, whatever. They're going crazy with our budgets. So what they're going to do there also is they're going to restrict the spending to public safety. So think about your law enforcement, your police, your fire, your education, your schools, public schools, infrastructure, so roads, bridges, stormwater, natural resource projects, including flood control, local bonds and debt service, retirement benefits for employees, and then government operations administration. Notice what's not on there is your DEI spending, your diversity, equity, and inclusion crap, your drag queen story shows like they did in Alachua County. They spent $150,000 up there for that. You're not going to see these electric buses. There's something like $92 million worth of electric buses sitting in a landfill in Broward County for their whole grand scheme of their green agenda, right? The green new scam. So that's what you don't see on it. So it's all about just the main core functions of government. So make sure you spread the word. Tell your friends. Vote yes on 3. It's on the ballot. Make sure you do that. Spread the word. Don't fall for the lies of the naysayers and the people that are saying, oh, you're going to lose your police. You're going to lose your fire. And that's just not the truth. And here's DeSantis on that point as well.
When I became governor in 2019, now property taxes are local. It's not doesn't go to the state. We don't levy them. We don't collect them. But local governments throughout Florida took in $32 billion in property tax revenue. Today, it's $60 billion in property tax revenue. By 2031, it's going to be $84 billion on current trajectory.
So if we vote no on the 3, just expect your property taxes to continue to skyrocket. $84 billion in the next 5 years is what they're going to grow to. So whatever you just got in the mail, go ahead and add a couple zeros to that number, because that's basically what's going to happen. All right, quick break, right back. Coming up, more on our show. We're going to talk to our expert contributors for the HVAC space, plumbing as well. Steve Grossman, Gary Beurmann here on the show. And going to tease a little bit here. Is Hunter Biden running for president?
Don't be nervous. We only have like
He's on Bill Maher.
10 or 12 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of all the things that we get into the weeds with, and I see you with another. Your laptop, your obituary. The third word will be laptop.
Yeah.
I don't. I know everything about the laptop. More things than I want to know. I've seen you with your gout. I've seen you with a crack pipe in your mouth. My question: are you running for president?
Well, you'll have the answer on the other side of the debate. Quick break, right back. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify, or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
They do an outstanding job. He's helped me personally on my home. I can tell you from firsthand experience, first-class organization for all your roofing needs here in Tampa Bay and beyond. GulfShieldRoofing.com, or call the show. I'll put you in touch with the owner, Logan. 813-917-1894. GulfShieldRoofing.com. I want to tell you about our employee benefits program. This is a really cool package that we offer for employers out there. Education, guidance, incentives. So a real estate benefit that you can add for no cost. Partner with companies of all sizes to provide valuable real estate education, exclusive employee incentives, and trusted guidance through every step of the buying, selling, or investing process. At no cost, we're going to empower your employees, strengthen your company, and build brighter futures for them. Educational seminars, first-time buyer support, employee incentives, luxury, upsize expertise, new construction, building, as well as investment opportunities. Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. You can reach us at 813-917-1894. Check us out online at consumerqb.com. Did you know that we buy houses cash? We can close quickly for a all-cash offer on your real estate properties, residential, commercial, even vacant land. We'll buy your property cash. No cleaning, no showings, and no hassles. You can even possibly stay in your home post-closing. Call Brandon at 813-917-1894. Submit the email at consumerqb.com or call 813-917-1894. consumerqb.com. We buy houses cash and fast. Attention business owners, did you know we have 100% financing options available? Our no money down program offers 100% financing for business owners. If you are currently leasing your commercial space, you can purchase real estate for no money down. Additionally, the program offers money for working capital, equipment, and business fixtures. You can even pay off current business debt. Reach out at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. BRimes at kw.com. And that is our 100% financing, no money down program for business owners. We would love to help you buying, selling, or investing in real estate. 813-917-1894. BRimes at kw.com.
Dennis Prager here for Brandon and Lindsay Rimes, owners of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams. Buying, selling, investing in real estate, their nationwide Keller Williams network makes them the best team to work with. Sellers, have your property featured live on air, creating multiple offers. Buyers, leverage a unique system that gets your offer accepted, never overlooked. Call or text 813-750-0550, 813-750-0550, or consumerqb.com.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
All right, Consumer Quarterback Show. Support the local economy by supporting our show and all of our expert contributors. We've got about 80 different categories where we talk about real estate, credit, finance, estate planning, tax planning. We have legal eagles on the show, lots of different attorneys, CPAs, financial advisors, awesome blue-collar companies that we bring on the show as well, helping you with your roofing, your home inspections, your plumbing, electrical, all different types of trades. So reach out to the show. We'd love to help you win, as we say, and make sure you're not being taken advantage of by some of these unscrupulous contractors or business deceptive practices out there. That's what we started this show 13 years ago now. We've been on air. So we started the show as a consumer advocate, and we're going strong now. We're getting thousands of views on a lot of our posts, hundreds of shares, hundreds of comments, and a couple have gone in the millions now. So we appreciate everybody that does support our show. It really means the world to us on that note. A couple of hot listings here. We like to feature our real estate properties live on air. This one's 4715 Bay Street, Northeast, number 223 in St. Pete. It's a great opportunity to buy a condo here in the St. Petersburg area. 4715 Bay Street, Northeast. This one is a nice looking condo, 2-2, just over 1,000 square feet, 55 plus community. You're on the second floor, and it's an open floor plan, abundant natural lighting coming in. Great opportunity right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. And you can see all of our real estate listings online at platinummvpteam.kw.com. And you can see all of our radio, TV show expert contributors, and link over to our YouTube channel at consumerqb.com. Oh, yeah, we're blessed and highly favored right here in Tampa Bay. What a great place to live, work, and play, guys. You know, we live, work, and play in a place where many come to vacation. So it's an awesome opportunity. So we're talking with Steve Grossman to my left, Gary Beurmann to my right, representing Dell Air Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical. And we wanted to get into a little bit about the trades. You know, what an opportunity for the young minds out there, the youth, instead of just kind of falling into that 4-year, go to college, you're going to university. No, hey, a lot of kids are going to school. Mike Rowe actually has the Mike Rowe Work Ethic Scholarship supports students pursuing skilled trades, awarding over $1 million annually to those demonstrating strong work ethic, responsibility, and a positive attitude. So, you know, there's a lot of opportunity out there, and I know you guys are hiring too.
Yeah, absolutely. So the trades is the way to go. You know, it can't be taken away from anybody. You can learn as you go, and they are in high demand right now. Finding somebody that's willing to go out there and work with their hands, out there, put in an honest day's work for an honest day's pay. Yeah. They're hard to find, so that also puts them in great demand.
Yeah. And there's a lot of millionaires that end up, you know, they work 5-10 years for a company, and they say, hey, I think I might want to venture on my own and, you know, have my girlfriend run the books for me or whatever. And, you know, that's part of the American dream. That's part of capitalism. And, you know, and then eventually they start their own company or whatever. They you know, there's lots of career paths there. Steve?
I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they had asked Elon Musk, what's the quickest way to become a millionaire? He says, get into HVAC and or plumbing.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
I was pretty impressed.
It's pretty crazy, too. And with all these data centers, you think about the electricians, the demand for that, you know, and the data centers are such a, you know, it's like President Trump's on, he's pushing for them. He wants them because we look at it like, hey, this is the next version of warfare against the Chinese Communist Party and other adversaries. And then there's a lot of people are saying, hey, but what about the electric? What about the water supply? What about, you know, some of the EMP? What about, you know, it's such a weird story or topic of conversation when you think about the data centers, though.
Yeah,
it's interesting to see how that plays out. But yeah, I like the work ethic scholarship program designed by Mike Rowe. It says it's to close the skills gap by funding students who want to pursue careers in demand trades such as welding, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, construction, and more. So you can apply online for that if anybody, you know, that you know in your family. You got to be a U.S. citizen. You got to have a high school graduate, senior, GED. So yeah, great opportunity there for some of the youth to, you know, maybe go into that. Hey, I like real estate. Real estate's great. People can get into real estate and earn an income there. But I think it's key just to find out what resonates with you. What are you good at? What is your skill set? What is your personality type? If you're, you know, depending on where you go with that, that's going to lead you to the right road. Final thought, back to you guys.
Join a membership plan.
Join the membership plan.
Yep. It'll be the most important thing you can do for your home.
Yeah, join today, and it's very affordable too, I'm assuming. Right?
Absolutely. We have plans starting at $19.50 a month.
There you go, $19.50 a month. They come out twice a year. Make sure your HVAC is working properly, and and that's what you got to do, man. That's the way to take care of your machines and change your air filters and all that good stuff.
So, investment.
Dell Air Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical. Any of those areas, any of those categories, I know a lot of people need those every day. So that's the beauty of a company like yours. So Steve, Gary, thanks for coming in, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, coming up next, Shane Fonts, Tampa Yacht Sales Incorporated. He is our boating and yachting expert contributor on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we'll also get into some of the other stories that we have here. California passes the Stop Nick Shirley Act. Pretty crazy there. Quick break, right back.
This is Warwick Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rimes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.